You're listening to Inside Insight, the podcast that dives into the latest innovations and strategies in manufacturing, distribution, and Dynamics 365 Business Central. Brought to you by InsightWorks, this show features our hosts, Ryan and Emma, as they bring you expert conversations, industry insights, and practical advice to help you stay ahead in this constantly evolving world.
Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time, we're going to be taking a look at a tool called the Enhanced Planning Worksheet.
Okay.
It's for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, and it's designed to help businesses manage inventory and purchasing.
Yeah, you can think of this worksheet as a way to streamline your entire inventory and purchasing process all within Business Central.
Okay, so if I'm a business owner, what kind of pain points would I be experiencing when it comes to inventory and purchasing, especially if my business is starting to grow?
Well, as your business grows, you've got more moving parts, right? You're dealing with a larger number of products, more suppliers, and potentially even multiple locations.
Yeah, I can see where that would get tricky.
Yeah, and keeping track of everything manually can become a real headache. You don't want to be stuck with a warehouse full of slow-moving products, or even worse, find yourself constantly running out of stock.
Right, and missing out on those sales.
Exactly.
That's the nightmare scenario. So how does the Enhanced Planning Worksheet help businesses avoid those pitfalls?
Well, it brings all of your essential information into one place within Business Central. You can see your inventory levels across all your locations, track your spending with each vendor, and even analyze historical data to spot trends.
That sounds like it would save a lot of time and guesswork.
Yeah.
Can we get into some specifics about the key features of this tool? One that jumps out at me from these marketing materials is something called Advanced Vendor Insights. What does that mean?
Sure. So this feature gives you a deeper understanding of your vendor relationships. You can see your entire purchase history with each vendor, identify if you're close to any discount thresholds, and even get a clear picture of their lead times and reliability.
Okay, so instead of just reacting to problems, you can proactively manage your supplier relationships.
Exactly.
That's going to be really valuable when it comes to negotiating better deals.
Absolutely. And, this ties into another important feature, which is the ability to visualize your inventory trends. The Enhanced Planning Worksheet uses charts and graphs to help you make sense of your data. So imagine seeing a clear visual representation of how demand for certain products fluctuates throughout the year.
Right.
This can help you make more informed decisions about your inventory levels and avoid costly overstocking or stockouts.
So we're talking about streamlining processes, improving vendor relationships, and making better decisions based on data.
Yeah.
That all sounds very valuable. But what about businesses that have multiple locations? How does this tool handle managing inventory across different sites?
Well, that's where the multi-location coordination feature comes in. This feature gives you complete visibility into your inventory levels across all your warehouses or retail locations. You can even initiate transfer orders directly within the worksheet if one location is running low on a particular item.
Okay.
Instead of making a new purchase, you can simply transfer stock from another location, and that'll save you time and potentially reduce your overall inventory costs.
Now that's what I call smart inventory management. I can already see how this tool can help businesses run more efficiently and avoid those stressful stock shortages.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is that it's all integrated within Business Central. You're not jumping between different systems or trying to reconcile data from multiple sources. It's a seamless experience.
All right, so we've talked about some impressive features, but I want to shift gears a little bit and understand how these features translate into tangible benefits for the business owner. What are the key takeaways when it comes to the impact of this tool?
Well, the Enhanced Planning Worksheet provides businesses with a clear competitive edge in a few key areas. The first is clarity. Instead of getting bogged down by constant reschedules and cancellations, something you often see with traditional MRP systems, this tool helps you plan more effectively.
Okay, so we're eliminating that planning noise that you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. This means you can focus on the things that truly matter, like meeting customer demand and optimizing your inventory levels. The second key advantage is real-time multi-location planning. We touched on this earlier, but having a centralized view of your inventory across all sites is invaluable. It allows you to respond quickly to changes in demand and make informed decisions about stock allocation.
And lastly, can you elaborate on the customization options? How can businesses tailor the tool to fit their specific needs.
Yeah, the Enhanced Planning Worksheet allows for a high degree of customization. You can define your own planning parameters and create user-defined expressions. This flexibility ensures that the system aligns with your business processes, no matter how unique they may be.
This is all starting to sound pretty compelling. We've covered a lot of ground already, but I'm really curious to delve deeper into how the Enhanced Planning Worksheet helps businesses make those data-driven decisions.
The true value of the Enhanced Planning Worksheet lies in its ability to turn that raw data into actionable insights. So imagine you're running a business that sells seasonal items like, let's say, patio furniture.
Okay.
Now imagine that you can look back at your sales data from previous years and see exactly when demand for patio furniture starts to spike.
Right.
So armed with this knowledge, you can proactively ramp up your inventory levels in anticipation of that demand.
So you're not just reacting to what's happening at the moment, you're planning ahead based on those historical trends.
Exactly, and that's a game changer. Instead of scrambling to find suppliers and potentially losing out on sales during peak season, you're prepared and ready to meet that demand.
That's a great example of how this tool can help businesses avoid those costly stockouts. What about the flip side of that? What if you end up with too much inventory and you've got all this excess inventory just sitting on the shelves collecting dust?
Yeah, that's another area where data-driven insights can make a huge difference. The Enhanced Planning Worksheet helps you identify slow-moving items and adjust your purchasing patterns accordingly. This can prevent you from tying up valuable capital and inventory that's not generating revenue.
I see. So it's about finding that sweet spot, having enough inventory to meet demand, but not overstocking.
Precisely. And this tool helps you strike that balance more effectively by providing those insights that you need to make those crucial decisions.
Okay, so I'm starting to understand the power of this data-driven approach. But what about those unexpected disruptions that businesses face all the time? Let's say there's a sudden surge in demand for a particular product, or maybe a supplier runs into production delays. How does this tool help businesses navigate those situations?
Well, one of the key advantages of this tool is its real-time visibility. You can see exactly how much stock you have on hand at any given moment across all your locations. This allows you to react quickly to changes in demand or supply chain disruptions.
So you're not caught off guard when something unexpected happens. You have the information you need to keep your business running smoothly.
Absolutely. So let's say one of your warehouses runs low on a key component due to an unexpected spike in orders. With the Enhanced Planning Worksheet, you can see that shortage immediately and initiate a transfer from another location. You don't have to wait for reports or manually check inventory levels. It's all right there at your fingertips.
Right. That kind of agility can be a real lifesaver for businesses. It can help them avoid those last-minute scrambles and keep their customers happy.
Exactly. And over time, the historical data that's captured by the system will allow you to refine those forecasting models and make even better decisions in the future. It's a continuous learning process that helps you become more efficient and resilient.
So it's not just about reacting to problems, it's about anticipating them and being prepared.
Precisely. And that's where the power of data-driven decision-making really shines.
We talked earlier about how this tool can help businesses streamline their interactions with their vendors. Can you talk a little bit more about how the data captured within the Enhanced Planning Worksheet can actually strengthen those vendor relationships?
Absolutely. By tracking your spending patterns and purchase history with each vendor, you can identify opportunities to negotiate better terms. For example, if you see that you're consistently ordering large quantities from a particular supplier, you might be able to leverage that volume to secure a discount.
So it's not just about managing costs, it's about building stronger partnerships with your suppliers.
Exactly. And those strong relationships can be incredibly valuable, especially in today's business environment.
It seems like the Enhanced Planning Worksheet really empowers businesses to take a more proactive and strategic approach to managing their inventory and purchasing. It's about moving beyond those manual processes and spreadsheets and embracing that data-driven mindset.
You've hit the nail on the head. And one of the key features that facilitates that shift is the automation capabilities that are built into the tool.
Right. We touched on this briefly earlier, but can you expand on that? How do those automation features contribute to a more efficient and data-driven approach?
Well, think about all the time and effort involved in manually creating purchase orders.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tedious process that can be prone to errors. The Enhanced Planning Worksheet takes the heavy lifting out of that task by automating the generation of those purchase plans.
So instead of manually crunching numbers and trying to predict demand, the system's doing that for you based on the data it's collected.
Exactly. The Calculate Purchase Plan feature analyzes your inventory levels, demand forecasts, and vendor information to automatically create those optimized purchase purchase orders. This frees up your team to focus on more strategic tasks like analyzing trends and building those strong vendor relationships we talked about.
That's a huge time saver. I'm curious, though, about the level of control that businesses have over this automated process. Can they customize the parameters or override the system's recommendations if needed?
Absolutely. The system is designed to be flexible and adaptable to your specific needs. You can define your own planning parameters, set safety stock levels, and even adjust the weighting of different factors in the calculation process.
So it's not a black box. You still have the visibility and control that you need.
Exactly. The goal is to empower those businesses with the tools and the insights they need to make the best decisions for their unique circumstances.
I'm starting to see how this tool can be a real game changer for businesses, especially those dealing with rapid growth or those complex supply chains.
It's all about working smarter, not harder. And the Enhanced Planning Worksheet provides the framework for doing just that.
It's been fascinating exploring the features and benefits of this tool, and I'm looking forward to hearing about some specific scenarios where it really shines. But before we jump into those examples, I want to take a moment to appreciate the peace of mind that comes with having a solid grasp on your inventory and purchasing processes.
I think that's a crucial point. When you have a system in place that gives you that real-time visibility, it streamlines your workflows and it empowers you to make those data-driven decisions. It takes a lot of the stress and uncertainty out of running a business.
That sounds like a valuable benefit in and of itself.
Absolutely. It frees you up to focus on what really matters. Growing your business, innovating, and building those lasting relationships with your customers and your suppliers.
Can you walk us through some examples of how businesses are using the Enhanced Planning Worksheet to solve their everyday business challenges?
Absolutely. Let's start with a manufacturer that produces high-end bicycles.
Okay.
They source components from various suppliers and assemble those bikes to order. With the Enhanced Planning Worksheet, they can keep track of the lead times for each component. This ensures they have everything on hand to meet customer demand without any delays.
So no more scrambling to find parts at the last minute or disappointing those customers with long wait times?
Exactly. And by analyzing historical data, they can anticipate those seasonal fluctuations in demand. This allows them to adjust their purchasing patterns and potentially get better pricing by ordering in bulk during slower periods.
That's a really smart way to optimize their inventory and their budget.
Yeah.
What about a business in a completely different industry? Say, a distributor that supplies medical equipment to hospitals and clinics. What kind of challenges might they face, and how can the Enhanced Planning Worksheet help them overcome those challenges?
Yeah, in that scenario, managing inventory across multiple warehouses is crucial. Imagine having to ensure that life-saving equipment is available when and where it's needed. The Enhanced Planning Worksheet's multi-location planning capabilities provide that real-time visibility into stock levels at each warehouse.
Right.
That enables them to optimize those transfers and avoid any stockouts that could have serious consequences.
That's a powerful example of how this tool contributes not just to business efficiency, but to peace of mind, knowing that essential supplies are readily available.
Right.
Any other examples that come to mind?
Sure. Think about a retail business with multiple storefronts, maybe a fashion boutique.
Okay.
Using the Enhanced Planning Worksheet, they can analyze sales data from each location to identify trends in customer demand. They can see which items are flying off the shelves at which locations.
Right.
That allows them to make data-driven decisions about product assortment, promotional strategies, and even staffing levels.
So it's not just about managing inventory in a warehouse. It's about using data to make those smarter decisions across their entire business.
Precisely. The Enhanced Planning Worksheet provides that framework for data-driven decision-making that can be applied to a wide range of business challenges, from optimizing their supply chains to improving customer satisfaction.
As we wrap up our deep dive, I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier, that peace of mind that comes with having a solid grasp on your inventory and purchasing processes.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on how the Enhanced Planning Worksheet helps businesses achieve that sense of calm in the middle of that chaotic world of business?
Well, it's all about control and confidence. When you have a system in place that provides real-time visibility, streamlines your workflows, and empowers you to make those data-driven decisions, you eliminate a lot of the uncertainty that can plague businesses. You're not constantly worried about running out of stock or overspending on unnecessary purchases. You can sleep soundly knowing that you have the tools and the insights that you need to navigate the complexities of inventory and purchasing with ease.
That sounds like a recipe for success.
Absolutely. The Enhanced Planning Worksheet empowers businesses businesses to move from a reactive mode to a proactive mode. They're no longer caught off guard by those unexpected events. They're making informed decisions based on data, not guesswork, which leads to greater efficiency, profitability, and ultimately a more resilient and thriving business.
It's been a fascinating journey exploring the capabilities and benefits of the Enhanced Planning Worksheet from Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. I think our listeners now have a clear understanding of how this tool can help businesses of all shapes and sizes streamline their operations, improve their bottom line, and gain a competitive edge in today's dynamic marketplace.
I agree. It's a tool that has the potential to transform the way businesses approach inventory and purchasing, paving the way for greater success and peace of mind.
Thank you for sharing your expertise with us today. And to our listeners, we encourage you to explore the resources we've provided in the show notes if you'd like to learn more about how the Enhanced Planning Worksheet can benefit your business. Until next time, happy planning.